All right, hello initiates and welcome. So, I have already pulled a card for you, and we have the Goddess Oracle. And so we had a ritual come out here, and I actually am not super familiar with this goddess, but apparently she there was something that happened, I suppose, that kind of somebody or a king, right, was trying to control her, right? Such as the typical story of most goddesses who have to stand up for themselves and show their dominance and power, right? You have the story of Freya. You have Lilith. You have, most of the goddess archetypes had to at some point stand up to a masculine figure to show their power. And so in this story as well, Ereshkigal had a lover, and I feel the need to talk about this, so I am. So there has to be some reason for this. So again, there was a king forcing her to conform, and essentially she threatened the king of the gods, saying she would bring all the dead back to life and release them upon the world unless her lover was allowed to stay and rule with her, and she got her way, right? So here's the thing. There's a lot coming out about the need to stand up for yourself, and you can be masculine or feminine. Okay, that's really not the point here. The point is, you could be a masculine who has a lot of is in touch with your femininity. Okay, and sometimes people might see that as a way to try to overpower, take advantage of you. Unfortunately, it is just human nature to have to dominate or overpower or make others feel smaller than them, right? And you may have experienced, whether you're a man or a woman, you may have experienced things like this with other people who have tried to dominate you and force you by either threatening you or trying to make you like do something that's more for them than you for their benefit, right? There maybe not yet, but maybe recently, right? This is something that's very fresh here. You are you, okay? Who I'm speaking to now. You have either done something or you will do something very soon where you will have the opportunity, or you already have, to stand up for yourself against someone who is trying to emotionally blackmail or overpower you in a way. So we're going to see what else is coming through here for this. And here's the thing, like, when people do this, you are free to say no to people. You do not have to be a yes man, be a yes woman, especially if you feel like somebody is trying to force you to do something or do something that is really not something you're in your best interest or something you want to do. And, if you feel as something is best for you, you're not responsible for other people and their emotions, right? You're not responsible for that. Their emotions are their responsibility, right? But people will, especially when they see that you're a strong person, or maybe even they see you have allowed yourself to be vulnerable around people. Sometimes, you will try to trust someone and they will show you that you can't just show that to them, because they'll try to use it against you. Unfortunately, there are people like that. And again, it's just human nature. It's the way that we have grown or become, right? And so what do you do about this? Well, okay, let's see. What do you do about this? You have, whoever I'm speaking to now, you have someone in your life who's trying to like force you to do something you don't want to do. You have someone in your life who's trying to force you to do something you don't want to do. Spirit, tell me more about this person for the collective. Someone's trying to force you to do something you don't want to do, and you know it's not in your best interest, okay? You might want to go check out the Fool or Justice reading that I just did. So, yeah, there's someone trying to like pick at your emotions to get what they want out of you. And it's almost like you've kind of been letting them slide, but you've done it so much that they're kind of like been making a fool out of you, and you're getting irritated, and so are your spirit guides. Okay, I'm just gonna like straight up put it like that. And they're kind of like, this is enough. Like, this is enough. When are you gonna say it's enough? Because they've already had enough. They've already had enough of this. Okay, so this is why they're coming in to kind of help you to free yourself of this situation or stand up for yourself, okay? Because they want to bring a new beginning and get you away from this situation or this person that's doing this to you. Do not bend to the will of others, because what happens is you end up getting thrown around in their tornado of emotions, when you can simply just stand in your own truth and your own power and walk your own path, not swayed by the desires and emotions of other people. Because most people, it's very rare that you're ever going to find someone who has a lot of integrity and who is truly going to make decisions based on you and your best interests and compared to their own. Okay, it's very difficult for people to do that, just because there's so much trauma, okay, that is passed even into our DNA from our family bloodlines, and then our own soul's journey. Okay, so it's not to not be compassionate towards people, because, and you probably resonate with being an empath. It's not that you can't be compassionate or anything, but you also need to have boundaries and know when, like, okay, I've tried to give this person a chance, and a couple of them and a few of them, and they are showing me that they are seeing me as someone that can be coerced, someone that can be controlled, someone that can be told what to do and made to do what I want them to do, and they're not seeing you as the person that you're presenting yourself to be. They're seeing you as someone that can be taken advantage of. Okay, and you actually might do well to look into the 48 Laws of Power by, what is his name, David Greene. David Greene, 48 Laws of Power. Please go read that book, listen to the audio book, look up the laws in it. Okay, this book can really help you. Okay, and the laws of human nature could also be a benefit to you, but all of his books are really good for like owning your personal power and standing up for yourself, and knowing when somebody, being able to determine when somebody is trying to overpower you or make power plays over you, and knowing how to handle it. Okay, this does not mean that you need to cut people off, be vengeful, get back at them, right? Because that actually lowers you. Okay, you don't want to stoop to their level. But what you do need to do is stand up for yourself, right? And again, I'm not telling you what to do. Okay, I'm not. But this is coming through very strongly for the collective, because again, if you found me, you are probably a very sensitive and empathic person. And at times this has made people view you in a light that may not be the best, right? Because again, being a very sensitive person, being a very kind and compassionate and giving person, you are not like everyone else, and people can see that, and they don't know what to make of it. And unfortunately, we live in a world where people want to take advantage of each other, and it's disgusting. It really is. And you are someone who is capable of rising above these things. And the more that you continue to stand up for yourself, the more you will attract your soul tribe. Okay, I'm also getting Archangel Michael vibes from this reading here, because we have the sword. And if I don't know how familiar you are with Archangel Michael, but one of the things that he does is he helps you to cut cords to people in your life who are pretty much like trying to attach themselves or lash on or lash out at you. Okay, they're constantly, whoever you are, you have someone in your life who keeps trying to rule over you. They want to stand on you, not with you. Okay, and there's a difference between people who want to stand with you and people who want to stand on you. And your spirit guides, okay, are showing you the truth of people, and you might be finding that you might be slightly irritated, you might be really fired up, you might even be getting frustrated with yourself lately, because you you're like almost in like a pattern here with this person, or maybe if it's not a specific person, just generally people and how you deal with them, and you might be attracting a lot of takers. Okay, that's again when you haven't really learned how to set healthy boundaries and be able to discern whether people are like trying to take from you, right, and not give back, right? um your guides are pretty much helping you to see this, okay? Because even they are a little frustrated on your behalf, and they want to bring you a new beginning and liberation. They're kind of like extending blessings to you, and really sight, like really sight, the ability to see clearly through these people, or even your own, like the way that you handle people, okay? And I just want to say, like, it is okay to let people go. It's okay to cut people off. It's okay to tell them, hey, you got to fuck off, man. You know, it's okay. And you're not a bad person for doing that. And it doesn't matter what they say. If they think that you are, or they go and tell everybody else, because again, that is emotional blackmail. Okay, that is them trying to make you feel like or seem like you're a bad person to other people because you told them no, or you set a boundary with them. You know what? There are what, billions of people, trillions now in the world. Okay, you will find other people. It will be okay. Okay. And again, that's the that's the goddess, you know, that's the goddess coming through. And again, it's like it's like I'm laughing because like that's how fired up they've probably been getting you. Like you might be like acting a little unusual, and not in a bad way, but like they're definitely like giving you this like spiciness, you know, like you're getting a little spicy about it. And this is their energy, this is just their vibe. Like if if you're a mother, you have a mom who is like, a little rough around the edges or whatever. But, they get you fired up. They'll get you to be like, no, like, I'm not taking that. Like, no. And, they want you to be more like this. You're doing this for a reason, okay? And again, you still have compassion. You're still a good person. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you are not good or something's wrong with you because you told them no or set a boundary. Do you know how many people I've had try to threaten me or tell me I'm crazy or I'm a bad person, or I'm the bad guy because I wouldn't do what they wanted me to do, right? Or because I will hit that block button so fast. I will shut the door and leave so fast. I don't even bother having words with people anymore, okay? Because again, I have experienced this time and time again. Okay, and it's sometimes I understand it can get lonely, and sometimes, that fear of being alone, right, can get to you. I get that. Because I've definitely had that. And, the more you connect, like, to your spirit guides and your ancestors, the less you're going to give a shit about connecting to other people. That's not to say, again, it's so unhealthy to isolate yourself, right? Like I do, even me, like I have family, I have people that I interact with, I have a support system, I definitely stay grounded in reality, but at the same time, I'm okay enough with myself, like to be alone with myself, that I will just be like, hey, I'm going to go spend the day shopping, and I'll go sit at a restaurant and eat by myself. Like, that's how comfortable I am with myself. And maybe you're getting to that point, and that's kind of like the energy of being in touch with your highest self, your divine self. You are comfortable in places or situations that would make most people feel uncomfortable, right? And this is part of you getting this liberation from these energies or these people who want to overpower and control you. And the more that you stand your ground against them and tell them no, the more that you're going to get what you want. Okay, there's also something about, this could be for some of you as well, somebody Whoever these people or this person, or maybe these are somebody's, there's something about somebody trying to get in the way of a relationship, okay? Actually, I'm going to start another reading for that because that's more like a love reading. So we are going to piggyback off of this one. And of course, if you would like to book with me, check out the links in the description. Okay, so this is your channeled message from the goddess, divine feminine, and specifically Arish Grigol. Okay, and now we are going to continue with a love reading and the next one. Okay, and I'll probably try to post these the same day. Okay, so I will see you in a few. Blessed be.